Alright guys, JP here, back with a new video. Welcome back to the channel. That's me just watched the Rangers versus Aberdeen game, and I honestly don't know what to say. I'm absolutely speechless. I'll just kind of get straight into this. Right, where do I start? It's finished Aberdeen 1, Rangers 1. I honestly don't know how to describe how I'm feeling right now. I'm very, very angry. And I'm not angry at the team. Team played very, very well. Best I've seen them play in a long time in terms of digging in. They almost had the result, but Nature's B, we conceded very, very late on. We'll go down to the decisions, the goals, and that kind of thing. So first of all, I'd like to talk about the red card. It is one of the most ridiculous red cards I've ever seen, and I've said this about 4 or 5 times now in the last 2 seasons for Rangers. It is just getting absolutely ridiculous now. Was that a kick out? Yes, it was a kick out, but it was hand eyes at 10 paces for me. McKenna gives him a little bit of a shove with the elbow, which kicked Morelos off a little bit. He then did it again within a few seconds, and it was it wasn't even just a push off, it was an actual barge with the elbow, which is why Morelos has given him a little bit of kick. But again, you go over 10 minutes into the game, you warn both players, say look, cut it out, this is getting a bit ridiculous, but you know, referee, send him off straight away. And to be fair to the referee, it wasn't his decision, it was the linesman, but the fact is we were on the attack at the time, and he's just stopped play and called Morelos over and sent him off. Now, the way the camera angle worked, we didn't actually see who had been sent off, but I knew straight away who it was, just because how it's been in the last fucking couple of seasons. I know Morelos has got a bit of temper, and he seems to get drawn into these silly things, but it's not a red card. You can dispute all day long whether he's kicked him or he's meant to kick him. Yes, he's meant to kick him. It's not a red card in my opinion. It's an absolutely ridiculous decision, and it's affected the game yet again. It happened against Hibs last year. It happened against Aberdeen last year. It happened against Hibs again last year. It happened so many times. We just get these ridiculous decisions, and they're so unfair. And we dropped about maybe 10 to 12 points last season because of this ridiculous vendetta against us. And you can say maybe 10-foot. Was it the correct termination for that? Tinfoil hat and all that. People are against us. For me, it's evident. And if you didn't think that, look at the fixtures, the opening fixtures. Who did Celtic get? A guaranteed 3 points against Livingston at home. It was an easy tie for them. And we have to go up to Aberdeen and play one of our rivals. And obviously, between Aberdeen, Celtic and Hearts, no Hearts, sorry, I don't think they're up there yet, but yeah, certainly Aberdeen and Hibs are our big rivals and the main teams that are going to challenge us, and I thought it was pretty ridiculous to have us playing there on the opening day of the season when they could have given us a slightly easier fixture. But that's just Scottish football for you. It's absolutely corrupt to the core, and I'm so angry right now. I don't want this to be a big tirade about how bad the state of Scottish football is, but I'll tell you one thing. People keep saying to me, and I read it on Facebook or whatever, can Rangers challenge against Celtic? And I'll give you the honest answer, and that is no. And that's not because of any player we sign or who they sign, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard we play, how well we play. We're going to get refereeing decisions like this every single week now, and it is absolutely a fucking disgrace. I'm so angry now. I don't know what to say. So enough about that, let's talk about the goal. A couple of chances in the box for Rangers, a few blocks here and there, and it's eventually fell to Windass, who's just got an easy tap in, and he's been pulled back by the shirt by Dominic Ball, who I was actually quite annoyed with. I know he played quite well for us in that one season he was on loan, and he looked completely disloyal to the fact that he'd even played for us. He looked like an absolute arsehole towards us. I'm not expecting any loyalty from a loan player, but give us a little bit of respect. We paid your wages for a year, and you had a good season with us. So I'm pretty disappointed with him. Took the penalty. Tavernier took it again. Captain Tav did what he does best. scoring goals. Quite happy I was with his penalty conversion rate. When I see Rangers get a penalty and see him step up, I'm quite confident they'll take it. Got a little bit lucky, the keeper guessed the right way, got a fingertip to it, and it's gone in. And to be honest, we were the better team. First half, Aberdeen didn't really throw a lot at us. The best they could offer was maybe a diagonal ball, which we were knocking down and clearing, and we didn't really have any major problems. Onto the second half, and maybe the first 5 minutes, Aberdeen got a little bit on top of us, and we made a couple of silly errors at the back. We were just having to clear it into row Z, and we looked a little bit under pressure at that point. That little point went away, and after that we were a better team again. And even at the 70th, 75th minute, it didn't look like Aberdeen were going to offer anything going forward. They still had a shot. They eventually had a glancing header that went wide. Wasn't really troubling McGregor. And yeah, it looked like Rangers were going to probably see it out. And then I'm going to question... I don't want to do this because I like Gerrard. I'm going to question a couple of his decision making here for the substitutions. He had a chance to take either Murphy or Windass off and bring on somebody quite quick. He could have had Sadiq on there who would run the channels. He could have Kent on, who he brought on. He could have had Candeas. He went for Kent, but he took off Murphy instead of Windass. I thought it was a crazy decision to do that. Windass wasn't really in the game. After that, Windass had a chance, and we were maybe, I think it was 3-on-2. And you know what Windass, as soon as he got the ball, I knew what he was going to do. We had 2 players to pass to, and he tried to shoot. And there was just nothing happened after that. A couple of chances for Windass to break where we had the ball, and he tried to be clever, turn back in, and we've lost the ball, and I think maybe 4 or 5 minutes later they've scored. I'm real disappointed with Windass's performance, and he was probably the only one who was disappointed with. I thought we were excellent to a man today. Another thing that changed the game was probably Ryan Jack going off injured. Thought it was disrespectful from the Aberdeen fans. You're not expecting much from them, but a player got injured, tried to stand up, and again collapsed because of the injury, and there was a big massive cheer around the stadium. That's just uncalled for in my opinion. But again, I'm not expecting much from Aberdeen fans at all. No sympathy there. And Aberdeen, they kept throwing things into the box. It wasn't really going anywhere. And suddenly the referee got to 90 minutes and decided there was 6 minutes injury time. I don't know where he's got that from. And I knew it would come back to haunt us with Jack going off. He brought Ajario on where I thought he maybe could have brought McCrory on. McCrory did come on at the end, but for me it was too little too late. The goal had already gone in. Yeah, they got the break of the ball inside the box, and for the first time in the match, and for the first time in maybe 3 or 4 games, we've actually had given them a little bit of space in the box, and he's managed to turn, get the shot in. I wasn't really sure what Connor Goldson was doing. He could have stayed big and maybe got a deflection on it, but he tried to throw himself at it, and it kind of rolled underneath him into the far corner. McGregor with no chance. I feel really sorry for McGregor. Obviously they had no shots on target whatsoever apart from that one, and it was completely out of his grasp. No blame on him whatsoever. Thought he had a good game. So let's just recap this. I'm actually happy with the point, to be honest. I would have took that before the game, but the way the game went, I'm really, really, really angry. And as I say, not at any players in particular, apart from probably Windass. Thought he was poor. But yeah, I'm really, really disappointed. And I don't know what to say now. I'm speechless. And speechless isn't really something you want to be when you're doing videos and talking to people and stuff. So I'll try and get through this as much as I can and just say that I'm really, really disappointed with the refereeing. And I don't just mean in this game. We've got Hibs in a couple of weeks, and I can guarantee it'll happen again. It'll be a red card, it'll be a silly free kick, it'll be a penalty to them, it'll be something. And it always is. And you can sit and call me here maybe a bit of sour grapes or whatever, but I called it before the game. I've actually got a screenshot on my phone of the conversation I had with my Rangers mate before the match, saying I'm really worried about the referees. I think it'll make them all about them yet again, and they've done it again. And I know I'll be sitting here in a couple of weeks' time when we play Hibs, and I'll be saying the same thing. I just can't believe it. I'm so disappointed, so annoyed with the decisions that have gone against us today, and I know it'll happen again and again and again. So, well done Rangers, they did well, and fuck you SFA, you fucking cheating scummy bastards, fuck off.